Are you good at asking for support? This is one of the biggest challenges I see my clients, my friends, the people who I know they have so much magic and they get these visions and this wisdom, but they just don't know how to ask for support and how to receive support. And I ask this at my events all the time. I say, put your hand up if you're amazing at giving and you love giving, and everybody puts their hand up. And I say, put your hand up if you're amazing at receiving, if you love receiving, and you see it's a small percentage of us that have mastered that skill. I love asking for support. And all the people I know who have made a big difference in the world, the ones who have amazing businesses, the authors, the coaches, the healers, the ones who are really leading social movements, they are amazing at asking for support and receiving, because everything in life is about giving, receiving. It's a cycle. And you love to give. I know you do. I know you're watching this. You're a kind heart, open heart. Do you think other people love to give to you? How often do you let them serve you? And I think this is one of the biggest sicknesses in our society right now, this illusion of separation that we have. We live in isolated homes. We think we have to be independent. We're taught we have to fend for ourselves. And if you've ever tried to start a business and to do everything, to be your own website designer, customer service team, accountant, marketing department, all of it, it's overwhelming. And this is why a lot of people get stuck. Asking for support, outsourcing, delegating, finding a team, finding people to support you on the mission is what all the most successful people I've ever met do. And so I'm here to ask for your support. I've recently downloaded a huge new vision. I've been offered the vision, a way that we can change the whole world. You might know about the 2030 agenda, the 2030 plan. Well, we've got a 2027 plan in the next 5 years to transform the world. I'm currently writing a book about how we can structure our world in a new way, how we can create a world we can truly be proud to live in, and I could use your help. I got deleted from Facebook and Instagram in 2020. I had 20,000 followers on Facebook, 5,500 on Instagram. I've recently got a strike on my YouTube channel, and they told me if I share more controversial content, I can get my channel taken down. So I'm looking at how can I get this message out, and I'll explain a little bit about the vision, but I could really use your support. If you have a podcast, if you know someone who has a radio show, a TV show, if you want to share these messages, if you want to interview me, if you want to get me out there, when this new book comes out, I want to have a huge platform to launch it from, because this book is revolutionary and I don't know anybody who's doing this right now. So you might know about the New World Order. Well, we're going to be looking at a new way to order the world, a different way, a more conscious way. And this is inspired by what I call God, Source. I channel this wisdom that comes through. So I'm going to write a book. I'm in the process of writing a book where we look at every different part of the world. So we look at the education system. We look at what are the problems in the education system, what are the proposed solutions, and what are the next steps. Then we look at the food production. What are the problems in our food production system right now? What are the solutions? What are the next steps? And it's just truth. This is no conspiracies, nothing like that. Just the truth, whatever is real, whatever I've investigated. I'm an investigative journalist. I have a news channel called the Truth Speakers Network where we teach people how to speak their truth. So if you want to speak your truth on our news channel, please do get in touch. Put Truth Speakers below and I'll put you into the news channel. I'd love to hear what your truth is. So we're going to take the finance industry, the manufacturing, all the different industries you can possibly think of in one book. It's going to be really simple so anyone can just see the facts. So we want to get this out to as many people as possible. The vision for 2027, and this is a big one, so if you can open your heart, open your mind, if you can put some energy into this, that will be a big help, even just doing that. I'm going to read it word for word what came through when I channeled. Crime, homelessness, poverty, violence are eradicated and love prevails. So in the next 5 years, there will be no crime, no homelessness, no poverty, no violence on our planet. We will have created a consciousness shift. So if everybody lives in unity consciousness, if you know that there's just one thing and everybody's a part of it, you would never hurt another being. You would never hurt the planet. You would never do something that could harm another part of you, because that would just be crazy. But even right now, humans, we harm ourselves, we harm our bodies. And this consciousness shift in the human design system, they say by 2027, the whole planet will have changed. We will have changed into these more crystalline beings. And that human design system was channeled in the 1980s. Aren't things on our planet accelerating exponentially? The light is shining, the shadows are coming up, everything's being cleared, old systems are crumbling. It's a really exciting time. If you look at the stock exchange, you'll see a lot of the big companies like Disney and these really corrupt companies, they're down like 70% in a year. Netflix down 70%. These companies that are really creating these challenges in our society. All beings on earth live in abundance in the next 5 years. Can we create that? How can we do that? Corrupt organizations have been dismantled and conscious companies now thrive. Imagine if all the companies in the world were conscious. None of them polluted. They all had people's best interests at heart instead of profit margins. Can we create that? Do you want to be a part of that world? Sovereignty is embraced and people live in peace. We can make that happen. When you change yourself, you change everything. Quantum physics shows that every particle in you is connected to every other particle in the entire cosmos. So when you shift, everything shifts and it grows exponentially. And I'll share here, the majority of Earth are living from a place of connection, oneness, and unity. Children are taught by their elders about emotions, mindfulness, manifestation, meditation, growing food, and managing and creating wealth. Everyone has the choice to be, do, or have whatever is in their highest good. And humans are taught the real story of our ancestry. All technologies that benefit the people and the planet are made available to the public. Fresh, clean drinking water and fresh, clean foods are available all over the world to all beings. Can we help make that? Can we do that? Since I was a kid, there's these adverts on TV about children in Africa starving. Like, in the last 30 years, we haven't figured that out yet. Is that by design? We can put 100 billion into creating new centers for you know what, but we can't end hunger and poverty on our planet. There's a charity in the UK that looks after food banks, and right now in the UK, 25% of the population are in food poverty. They can't afford 3 meals a day. 5 million children in the UK right now are not getting 3 meals a day. That is insane. Can you help me? So we need to build up the following. We need to get this message out there. When the book is released, we want to have a big platform to do it. So if you can share, like, comment, connect me with cool people. I have my own TV show. You can check it out on my YouTube channel, Luke Scott Official. It's called The Standout Online Show. I've had my own radio shows. I've had multiple radio shows. I've got loads of podcasts. You could go see my podcast right now. It's called Leading Edge Conversations Podcast. Go check that out. Type in Leading Edge Conversations with Luke Scott. You'll see loads. I've done over 200 different podcast interviews, media interviews, and I'm ready to get this out there now. Is it a brave thing to do? I had a chat with my wife. I'm going to be sharing all of the shadows from every industry in the entire world in one book, ready to get that out there. We're also going to make it into a web series and a podcast just so everyone can access it. And we need to do this quickly. I'm brave enough. I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to stand up. I've just got let onto this Facebook again. I'm building up my Instagram again. I want to build this big following, and I'm going to say the things that most people are too scared to say. Spirit's told me I'm safe in this lifetime. I can do it. I can go for it. And if not now, when? If we're not the brave ones, who will be? I've got a 2-year-old and I've got another baby about to be born. And if we don't make the world a better place, who's going to do it? If we don't change this system, man, these systems, they're ready to be evolved. So, can you help me? One of the best ways you can start is by learning to ask for what you need, ask for support, and learn to receive. I've gotten really good at that. The universe humbled me many, many times. I've had many times in my life where I couldn't even buy food. I had to ask people to feed me. Many times in my life where I couldn't even afford shelter, I had to ask people. I've slept on the street, I've done these things, and it humbles you many, many times. And so I know now, like my worst case scenario, if I'm hungry, I ask someone, even if it's, I have to humble myself. If I need somewhere to stay, there are people who will help me. I don't know what you're going through in your life right now. Maybe you think you've got so much to offer and you can connect to me. I'm looking for some great internet marketers who can get the stuff out there. I've got this online course we just launched called Quantum Regression, and it's the deepest modality I've ever learned. And we've already, just a week since we released it, we've got so many people now becoming practitioners. They're going to go out, offer sessions to clients. We want to get 10,000 people learning quantum regression in the next year. If we can do that, if we can get 10,000 people, that's a business that they can start. They can go and start offering sessions to people. They can free themselves from the financial system. That's a big part of the trap, isn't it? And I'll show you how to do it. I'll teach you what I've done, and we'll get other great people. We have different teachers who come and they share their ways of doing it. I'm not saying I have all the answers. And a big part of the book are going to be creating what are called hackathons. So we'll propose a problem. We'll get together, we'll figure out a solution in 24 hours or 48 hours, and then we'll just put it out there. The way the world works right now, the politics, all of the agendas and everything, it's messed up. We just need to take our energy away from that system, create our own systems, get into communities, get into tribes, support each other, live in this place, this way where we collaborate, collaboration over competition. If I can help you in any way, please ask. I'm super happy to do that. I'll check out what you're doing. If it aligns, if it's something I can get fully behind, I'll get fully behind you. And this is how we all grow. Together we all rise. So, is 2023 going to be the year you get really, really good at speaking your truth, asking for support, and letting people help you? Or will it be the year you make excuses?